In a remote village nestled within the lush embrace of rolling hills, there thrived a venerable Buddhist monk named Alok. His humble monastery, a haven of tranquility, was surrounded by gardens adorned with vibrant, fragrant blossoms and centuries-old trees that whispered ancient wisdom. People from far and wide journeyed to seek his counsel, not only for his profound teachings but also for his remarkable ability to cultivate and nurture relationships that brought peace and positivity into his life. One serene morning, a visitor named Maya arrived at the monastery. She was a seeker of wisdom, her eyes brimming with curiosity and hope as she approached the entrance. The courtyard greeted her with a profusion of wildflowers in every hue imaginable. Maya's heart was heavy with questions as she stepped into the peaceful courtyard. She had heard tales of Alok's deep teachings and his remarkable gift for fostering positivity in his life. Eager to learn, she approached the venerable monk with a question that weighed heavily on her heart. "Venerable Alok," she began, "I yearn for a life filled with positivity and mindfulness. How can I identify and avoid those who bring toxicity into my life?" Alok welcomed Maya with a warm smile and invited her to sit in the monastery garden. It was a serene oasis, a living tapestry of vibrant, fragrant blossoms and towering ancient trees that provided dappled shade. The very air seemed to shimmer with tranquility. Alok began to share a story of 5 distinct archetypes, each representing a different facet of negativity and the profound lessons they carried. As he spoke, Maya's eyes wandered to the various flowers in the garden, each representing the archetypes he spoke of. "In the vast garden of life," Alok began, "we encounter 5 distinct archetypes, each representing a different facet of negativity." Maya nodded thoughtfully, her curiosity piqued. "First," Alok continued, "there is the poisonous thorn. Just as this beautiful but treacherous plant may appear appealing at first, their words and actions sting like sharp thorns, spreading negativity wherever they go." Maya observed a nearby thorny plant with vibrant but dangerous-looking blossoms, symbolizing the poisonous thorn. She recalled a vivid example from her past, a charming colleague whose sweet words hid a bitter disposition. Initially, his compliments felt like a warm embrace, but as time passed, his criticism and gossip pricked at her self-esteem, leaving invisible wounds. "Second," Alok went on, "beware of the enemy within. This is the voice of self-doubt and self-criticism. It casts shadows on your self-worth and can hinder your growth." Maya's gaze shifted to the shadows cast by a nearby tree, understanding the metaphor of the enemy within. She remembered a time when she had been on the cusp of pursuing her dream job. The voices of doubt had whispered in her ear, convincing her that she wasn't good enough. She had let those shadows hold her back, missing an opportunity for growth. "Third," Alok continued, "there is the energy vampire. They feed off your positivity and leave you drained and fatigued. It's crucial to protect your energy from such influences." Maya couldn't help but notice a vibrant flower wilting as if drained of life, symbolizing the energy vampire. Her mind raced to a friendship that had once been dear but had evolved into something draining. Her friend Lucy seemed to always have a crisis, always in need of a listening ear or support. However, after each interaction, Maya found herself exhausted, her own positivity depleted. "Fourth," Alok said, "watch out for the illusory mirror. They project their insecurities onto you, distorting your self-perception. Be mindful not to internalize their doubts." Maya saw her own reflection in a pond, distorted and unclear, representing the illusory mirror. She reflected on her relationship with her older sister Olivia. Olivia had struggled with self-esteem issues for years, and as a result, she often projected her insecurities onto Maya. Growing up, Olivia's constant comparisons and criticisms had left Maya with a skewed self-image, convincing her that she was never good enough. Lastly, Alok continued, avoid the stagnant pond. Just as a stagnant pond doesn't flow or renew itself, these individuals resist growth and change, anchoring you in a stagnant, unfulfilling existence. Maya observed a still, murky pond in a corner of the garden, symbolizing the stagnant pond. Her thoughts drifted to a past romantic relationship. She had been deeply in love, but her partner had been content with a stagnant life, never aspiring to grow or explore new horizons. Over time, his complacency had held her back, and she had felt trapped in a relationship that stifled her dreams. As Alok finished his teachings, Maya was deep in thought. She realized that these archetypes were not just external people but aspects of herself as well. The lessons they carried were profound mirrors reflecting her own journey. She turned to Alok and asked, "But Venerable Alok, how can I protect my garden of positivity?" Alok smiled and replied, "You protect it through mindfulness and self-awareness. Cultivate compassion for yourself and others, and set boundaries that shield your inner harmony. Nurture relationships that foster growth and positivity, and let go of those that hinder your journey." With newfound wisdom and determination, Maya embarked on her path of growth and mindfulness. She knew that tending to her inner garden was an ongoing process, and she was ready to embrace it. As time passed, Maya's life began to transform. Her relationships blossomed with positivity and mindfulness, and the toxic influences gradually faded away. Her garden of harmony flourished, and she found the peace and happiness she had long sought. In the serene village, the monastery garden, and within Maya's own heart, the wisdom of Alok's teachings continued to echo. It was a reminder that by recognizing and nurturing the positive while mindfully letting go of the toxic, one could create a life filled with profound serenity and mindful joy. Maya's story was a testament to the transformative power of wisdom, compassion, and self-awareness in cultivating a life of lasting positivity and contentment. Thanks for listening to my story. I will conclude with a summary for you of the 5 archetypes and the do's and don'ts. Poisonous thorn. These individuals may seem appealing at first but spread negativity. Do. Recognize their toxicity. Set boundaries. Don't. Internalize their hurtful words. Enemy within. Your inner critic can hinder your growth. Do. Cultivate self-compassion. Challenge self-doubt. Don't. Let it hold you back. Energy vampire. They drain your positivity and leave you exhausted. Do. Protect your energy. Set limits. Don't. Sacrifice your well-being. Illusory mirror. They project their insecurities onto you. Do. Maintain self-awareness. Don't internalize their doubts. Don't. Let their opinions define you. Stagnant pond. They resist growth, anchoring you in stagnation. Do. Seek growth and change. Don't. Let their complacency hold you back. Recognize these archetypes and practice these do's and don'ts to protect your inner garden of positivity and mindfulness. Wishing you a happy life without toxic people. Take care of yourself.